male, a human male,
Hospital.
outside of the body. Now, they are oftentimes referred to as the family jewels. Yep, right? Am I wrong? They are, in many ways, the most valuable thing that a man carries around every day. Fellas, am I wrong? If you are going to protect one thing on your person, what is the one thing you're going to protect? Now, now, they are the next generation. This is where the sperm are actually produced. If they are so important, why would they be external? Temperature. Yep. What's that?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
There are a couple things going on here. Again, there's actually a physiological issue, which is that sperm production is higher at lower temperatures, right? We could have, though, evolved sperm that work better at higher temperatures, but we didn't. Because being able to show off your nads, the most sensitive and valuable part of your anatomy, now granted, is also not hanging from your earlobes, right? It's between your legs, which gives some protection. But being able to demonstrate and show that off indicates I'm strong, right? It's a signaling mechanism. Now, in different species, all sorts of other things happen. There's like swelling, and that happens in humans too. But like in bonobos, we know the female is ready for copulation because her butt cheeks get red, right? It's a visible thing. Now in humans, this is interesting. Human females, when they ovulate, there's no external sign that a woman's ovulating, right? Now what we talk about is menstruation. Really, biologically speaking, menstruation is not important at all. It has an external expression that needs to be dealt with, and that is why we talk about it socially. But what really is more important is the moment of ovulation. Most women have no idea when they ovulate. This is why when women are trying to get pregnant, they have to do all the science and figure it out. No idea. Evolutionarily, what is the advantage? Sexual selection. What is the sexual selective advantage to having a hidden ovulation? What's that? No, you need to get pregnant. What's that?
Like the person near you doesn't know.
Somebody doesn't know. Who doesn't know?
Like the people,
The guy doesn't know. Right? Now, think about humans living in small bands, small tribes. Multiple people. Multiple partners. You don't know who the dad is. Now, what's the benefit of not knowing who the father is? You always know who the mother is. But the problem with ovulation, because it's hidden, you have no idea. Like, the female may have had sex with multiple males. This is how, a lot of animals do it. May have had sex with multiple males. And you wouldn't know who the father is. What's the benefit of that?
They can decide who their father is.
What's that?
They can decide who the father
Very
is.
good, very good, right? So one, it allows the female to decide who gets to father her children. And there have been studies that show, and I'm not shitting you, when women are ovulating, they tend to choose what I'll call the bad guy. It's a hobby, good genes. Kind of stupid, but good genes. When they're not ovulating, they choose the nice guy, right? The one who's going to be there, take care of the kid, that sort of
I read
thing.
about this.
So,
I watched a Netflix documentary.
what is the ideal arrangement?
A Netflix documentary.
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
You give birth to the bad boy's kid, but he gets raised.
Yeah, that's exactly a Netflix documentary.
What's the point of that?
Yeah, having a
You want to get so again, remember, it's a
It
hobby.
was super sad. Like,
Signaling.
all the-
This is the one he's got really good genes. But how does he know he has good, how does he show you he's got good genes? He does really stupid stuff. Is that the kind of person that you want raising your children? No. But you want those genes, because those are really good genes. He can drink like a 12-pack in an hour, he's fine. Seriously, I mean, that has to tell you something about somebody's ability to process poisons. No, seriously, right? Like, they have a really good liver. Wow, he can do that, and he's got a really good liver. Do I want him doing that around my children? Hell no. But I want them genes. Right? Right?
Did you say go back to sleep?
Why do man even exist in the first place?
Oh my god, anglerfish. I've seen
Do you
this.
know about anglerfish?
I think I've seen this. Yes.
Know about anglerfish?
They like
When
attach
I-
onto the thing.
My wife's
And then the female eats it.
when we first started
Somebody
dating,
did it.
right? I went to my wife's house, and there were 3 things I noticed. I was like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. One. Hanging above her bed was a machete. Two. Behind the toilet, where only a man would look, was a picture of the Mona Lisa, just kind of smirking at you. And 3, in a bedroom, she had a drawing of what is called male parasitism. Deep sea anglerfish have huge sexual dimorphisms. Let's see if I can find a picture of that.
Can we just watch the documentary?
So the female anglerfish is a good sized fish, but the male is this small, tiny, little thing that is basically like unable to do anything on its own. So here's the female. Right, there's a female. She has these big long tentacles that helps her catch food. Not a lot of food down there, so you gotta be very patient and wait, but if you look right there, that's the male. And what the male does is he bites onto the female and he attaches to her, and all of her nutrients pass through him. And he just lives as a parasite off of her. And what does he give her in exchange for this? Sperm. That's it. Yeah. So anyway, I was like, this gal's not playing around. Yeah. Well, depends on how you want to define symbiosis. Technically, it is symbiosis, 2 organisms living together, symbiosis. Is it mutualistic? She gets sperm. She does get sperm. But it's kind of parasitic. She's kind of being parasitized by him. She can't reproduce without him. It's not completely. No, you only taper. I know. Yeah, it's more mutualistic, but it's hard to look at that and not be like, dude's a parasite. Now, does this happen in humans?
Parasitic.
All right.
Try to sign up.
So this. Yeah. Who cares? I don't buy this. All the research I've seen, I don't buy this. Who cares about penis size? Who cares about penis size? Males.
Oh, he said who females are males.
I think the whole fascination with penis size has nothing, I shouldn't say nothing, because sex needs to be pleasurable. So humans have this interesting situation. So did you know this? Gorilla penises, relative to the size of male penises, are about 1/3 as big. And when gorillas have sex, they have sex once a year for 30 seconds. Humans, on average, adult humans in monogamous relationships have sex a couple times a week. It lasts on average anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. Okay? Humans enjoy having sex. Sex is a pleasurable act. For most mammalian species, sex is not pleasurable. Like we don't know if it's pleasurable or not. It doesn't appear to be. It's necessary. It's worth dying over. But the actual act of it, like humans are one of the few mammals that has sex for fun, right? Why do humans have sex for fun? That's a circular logic. Because it feels. Why does it feel good? Evolutionarily, what we call the ultimate cause. What's the ultimate cause for sex feeling good? By the way, it doesn't for everybody, but by and large. What's up?
Reproduction? More babies?
Hormones released?
Not so much reproduction. Again, there are two parts of this. There's quality and there's quantity. Why enjoy your sexual encounter with your partner?
Or else you won't.
Now, people get pregnant from rape all the time. What's that? Very good. It's not just so that the men stay, so the women stays too. It's to create a bond. It's to create a bond. Because the reality is that it takes an immensely long time to raise a human being. Right? It takes a phenomenally long, compared, a baby horse, a foal, hours after it's born, it's up, it's eating, it's doing its own thing, like it's totally fine. Human babies, shit. Like, I got students still can't feed themselves, right? It takes a really, really long time. And therefore, it takes at least 2 people to do this. So you want to have a bond and a connection with this person that you're raising. And there's a reason why the male wants to be involved in this, to make sure he's invested his, at least he thinks he has anyway. He's invested his genes. Okay? Right, so it's about creating relationships. And the one thing I will say that I feel like biologists have really dropped the ball on when it comes to understanding humans, human evolution in particular, is the importance of love. And the importance of creating long-lasting relationships amongst humans. It is what makes our species special. Yeah?
But dolphins, don't they also have intercourse with pleasure?
Dolphins?
What would be the advantage from
Dolphins are very social beings as well. They live in pods. Orcas do it too. I'm not saying humans are the only ones that do it. But amongst the apes, it's us.
No.
And
They stay with
the pygmy chimps do it a little bit, bonobos do it some, but most of the apes don't do it. They have harems and stuff,
Oh,
like it's
yeah,
totally
I think
different,
so.
it's totally different stuff. The idea that you would have a monogamous relationship with somebody else,
I think like
What's that?
chimps or like bonobos or something. Bonobos.
it
not
doesn't make
bonobos.
much sense until you think about the baby. In order for the baby, it really makes sense. And you will see in cultures in which there's a lot of social support, there's less monogamy, right? So like in really tight, traditional, cultures, there was less monogamy because the entire group raised the kids. So it wasn't as important. One of the things that's happened though is many societies have developed a patriarchy. Why? As a way of controlling the women, right? So, like subtle things in our society, most kids they take their father's name. Why? So the father knows that's my kid. See what I'm saying? Right? It was common, it still is common in some cultures where women have to give a dowry in order to get married, right? It's a way of controlling the female so that the male has control over a process he fundamentally has almost no control over. Why most patriarchies exist is because fundamentally women really hold all the cards. So they've evolved these social mechanisms as a way of countering that biological power that women have. Right, ladies? Questions? No? All right. Let's take a 5-minute break.